Four corners. Try it. Margaret Cleveland. Go ahead and try it. Remember when you first learned to ride a bike, read a book, or use a computer? At one time, all these things were new to you. Before you learned each new skill, you first had to try it. Think what you might have missed out on if you had never tried. Aren't you glad you learned to ride a bike? There are many reasons for trying new things. People can learn about themselves and about the world. They can discover hidden, or unknown, talents, build self-confidence, and overcome obstacles. Sometimes, through their ideas or actions, people can make the world a better place. People can build helpful inventions, run businesses, protect the environment, and make their dreams come true. This book shows how trying new things can be fun and rewarding. Have you ever tried playing a musical instrument? Acting can help build self-confidence. Trying new activities with family or friends can make life more fun. Discover your talents. Trying something new can turn an ordinary day into an exciting adventure. It can lead to a whole new interest or uncover a hidden talent. Everyone has talents, but most people have probably not discovered them all. One way to uncover your special talents is to try many different activities. Sooner or later, you'll find something you're really good at. Why not paint a picture? Beautiful things from nature may inspire you to try a new hobby, such as photography. Frida Kahlo had a special talent that she discovered in an unexpected way. When Frida was a teenager, she thought she wanted to be a doctor. Then Frida was badly hurt in a bus accident. For more than a month, she had to lie still, encased in a plaster cast. Frida didn't like lying still, and she became very bored. That's when Frida decided to try something new. She asked her parents for some paint and brushes. As Frida began to paint, she forgot about being bored. She realized that she really liked painting and that she was very good at it. Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo painted this portrait as a young woman. This is the studio where Frida painted. Frida kept painting after she recovered from the accident. She had discovered a hidden talent. She had tried a new skill, and she was very good at it. In time, Frida became a famous painter, and people all over the world bought her paintings. This all happened because Frida was willing to try something new. Painting completed my life. Frida Kahlo. Perhaps you will find that you have a talent for painting, as Frida Kahlo did. You might discover you have a talent for playing the trumpet, cooking, or repairing machines. You won't know what talents you may have until you try. It's important to discover what you are good at because it will make life more enjoyable, interesting, and fun. Start by trying new activities you think you might enjoy. Do some research on subjects you're curious about. Ask your family and friends what they like to do, and what they think you might be good at. Have you thought about taking some music lessons? Cooking can be fun. Norosner was curious about the game of chess. When he was 6, he saw his parents moving figures around on a board. At first, he thought the figures were toy soldiers, but he soon realized they were part of a game. Noros really wanted to try this game, so his father taught him how to play. Noros found that he loved playing chess. He played as much as he could, and soon he was very good at it. Noros had discovered one of his special talents. By the age of 9, he had won a gold medal and was a world champion. Norosner. If you like problem solving, you may want to try your hand at chess, just as Norosner did. You can try something new at almost any time. Frida Kahlo was forced to stay in bed while she was recovering, which allowed her to find that painting was one of her talents. It was also something she loved to do. Norosner was only 6 years old, but he discovered that he could play chess well. Before long, he was one of the best chess players in the world. This just proves that you're never too young to try something new. Your turn. What seems interesting or fun to you? Make a list of things to explore to discover your talents. You could ask a friend or family member for suggestions. Your list might include various sports, writing, music, cooking, drawing, model making, languages, photography, fixing things or inventing new things. Then try some of your ideas. You have only your talents to discover. If you enjoy sport, why not try a new one? Make a contribution. You might be interested in solving a problem, improving the world, or creating an invention. First, you must test your ideas. Don't just dream about making a difference, try it. For example, one class of second graders in Sweden was studying rainforests. They were concerned that many thousands of trees were being cut down. Rainforests were being destroyed along with the plants and animals that live there. The children felt they had to do something to help. Morpho butterfly. These children cared enough about the earth to help protect many hectares of rainforest. One student, Roland Tien-Su, had an idea: maybe the class could buy some of the rainforest to save it. A scientist helped them find out how to do this. The class then asked people for donations. One person's donation could be enough to buy land the size of a playing field. The students ended up buying many hectares of rainforest in Costa Rica. Since then, children around the world have taken up the cause and raised more than $10 million. Thousands of hectares of rainforest have been saved. One class of second graders made a big difference, and it all began because someone had an idea and dared to try it. Scarlet macaw. This is part of the rainforest the children helped. We knew what we wanted was important. Maria Carlson, one of the students. You might be surprised by what you can accomplish if you try. There are many ways to make a positive contribution to the world. Just ask Michael Marcel and Margaret Winter. When Michael was 12 years old, he attended an ice hockey camp. He met a boy there who had hearing difficulties. It was difficult for him to hear the whistle or understand instructions from the coach. Michael and his friend Margaret knew there must be other children who had the same problem. They wondered what they could do to help. Michael and Margaret's idea could help ice hockey players who have hearing difficulties. Margaret and Michael were only 12 years old when they invented their helmet. Michael and Margaret thought about the problem and then designed a special sports helmet. It uses flashing lights to signal to athletes what to do next. Michael and Margaret won a prize for their invention. They also had the satisfaction of knowing their helmet could make life better for other children. What is it that you care most about? It could be something that affects many people, like saving rainforests, or something that affects only one person, such as helping an elderly neighbor carry groceries. Your idea might be to read to younger children or to organize a community cleanup day. It could be to raise money for people in need. The S3 sports signaling system. Maybe you have an idea for an invention, as Margaret and Michael did, that solves a problem. Perhaps you have an idea that requires many people to participate. Whatever your idea is, you should draw it or write about it. Then share your idea with an adult. Using your time and your talents, you can help others and make a difference. When you work to solve a problem, something else might happen. If you help others, you may feel a sense of happiness. That's another reason for trying. Your turn. Do you want to make the world a better place but don't know where to start? Ask a teacher or a parent for ideas. One idea is to volunteer. Volunteer helpers are often needed in communities. Sometimes local newspapers list volunteer activities, too. Why not volunteer to spend time with someone your age who is less able than you? A drawing or diagram of your idea for an invention can help others to understand it. Learn something new. To find out which foods, sports, games, or hobbies you might enjoy the most, you need to try them. Trying different things is an important way in which people can learn about the world. Often, it's easier to do this with friends. Sometimes just the thought of trying something on your own is scary, but learning together with friends can be fun. It's easier to learn new skills with friends who can show you what to do. This girl is learning how to knit. Trying new things from other cultures is a great way to learn about the world. People in different countries have their own unique traditions, holidays, foods, sports, and games. You may know about some of these already, such as karate, which comes from Asia. Cisco Arnold tried karate as a young boy. When Cisco's dad signed him up for classes in a style of karate from Japan, Cisco wasn't at all sure he'd like it. The strange movements and white outfits were different from anything he'd ever seen. He only tried it because his dad wanted him to. Cisco Arnold. These children are learning karate. After Cisco tried karate, he couldn't get enough of it. He took class after class and learned all the moves. He also learned about the philosophy and history of karate. Soon, he was assisting his teacher in class. Now, 12 years later, Cisco is a karate teacher himself. Do you enjoy eating new foods? There are so many wonderful foods to try from countries around the world. Go on a world tour by trying different foods. You could sample curry from India, lychees or lo mein from China, enchiladas from Mexico or gado-gado from Malaysia. Read recipe books from other countries. You and your family and friends might try some of the recipes and discover some new favorite dishes. You might need to go to different shops to buy the ingredients. Chicken curry from India. Gado-gado from Malaysia. Mexican enchiladas. Why not try some Chinese food? How about trying a new hobby or a game from a distant land? It can be fun to learn how people in other countries do things. For example, in Korea and Japan, the game of tag has a different twist. Children step on shadows to tag each other out. In Israel, children play a game called Bli Yadayim, which means without hands. Two teams stand in rows, holding a rope with both hands. One hat for each child is tossed on the floor. The first team of children to put all the hats on their heads, without using their hands, wins. Trying Bli Yadayim on a beach could be loads of fun. Trying things from other cultures teaches you about the world. It can prepare you for travel to a new place or for meeting people from other countries. Learn a new language. Teach yourself the Japanese art of paper folding, called origami. Find out how New Year's Day is celebrated in Greece or in China. What you learn about other countries and cultures may be useful one day. In the meantime, you'll have benefited by trying something new. Your turn. How can you find out about different cultures' favorite games, foods, holidays, and sports? The library and the internet are great places to start your search for information. You could also talk to neighbors or classmates from different cultures to find out about their homeland's culture. Dancers perform in a Chinese New Year celebration in Beijing, China. Overcome obstacles. People who try new things, in spite of difficult challenges, often become more sure of themselves as a result. They also have a sense of accomplishment when they succeed. If you try something challenging, you may find out that you can achieve something you didn't think you could. Bonnie St. John is a great example of someone who overcame a serious obstacle. When she was 5 years old, Bonnie's right leg had to be amputated. To recover, she had to do painful exercises in order to wear an artificial leg. Bonnie suffered through the exercises at first, but she kept doing them until she was strong enough to walk. Bonnie St. John. When Bonnie was a teenager, a friend introduced her to skiing, which was difficult for her at first. When Bonnie was 15, she learned to ski. In 2 years, she was so good at it that she won a scholarship to a school for downhill ski racers. While she was at the school, Bonnie suffered 2 serious setbacks. The first was when she broke her left leg. The second was when Bonnie's artificial leg broke. That was the lowest point in my skiing career, she said. Yet Bonnie's courage never allowed her to give up. Aged 19, Bonnie competed in the Paralympics. She fell during one event, but she picked herself up and finished the course, winning a bronze medal. Bonnie won a second bronze medal and also a silver medal for overall performance. Don't let a disability stop you from trying. People fall down. Winners get up. Bonnie St. John. Bonnie was named the second fastest one-legged skier in the world. Bonnie St. John overcame a serious physical obstacle. Other people have faced different kinds of challenges. One such person is Madeleine L'Engle. Madeleine L'Engle is a children's writer who wouldn't give up, even when other people thought she should. She knew her book, A Wrinkle in Time, was a good story. It shared important ideas about science and about families. Many publishers did not agree, and one publishing company after another rejected Madeleine's book. They were sure no one would want to read it. Madeleine L'Engle. Madeleine enjoyed reading to her granddaughters. Madeleine has written over 60 books and is still writing. These rejections were very upsetting for Madeleine. Still, she didn't give up. She sent A Wrinkle in Time to more publishers. For a year and a half, the rejections kept coming. But Madeleine never doubted her ability as a writer. She was sure that A Wrinkle in Time would be successful. Then, one day, a publisher told Madeleine that his company would publish her book. All her hard work had paid off. Madeleine won many prizes for A Wrinkle in Time, and best of all, readers loved it. After this success, she was not afraid of failure. Be brave. Have courage. Don't fear. Madeleine L'Engle. If you want to do or make something new, it can be scary. You might be afraid of failing or losing. To solve this problem, find out what is frightening about what you'd like to do. Then work out how to make your goal less frightening. Even if you fail, it's better than not trying at all. Trying is an important accomplishment itself. Failure can be good, too, if you are able to learn something from your efforts. Your turn. Do you worry what other people think about your goal? Sometimes this worry keeps people from trying new things. Remember that everyone has different likes and dislikes. Some people may feel very excited about what you're doing and others may not care at all. What should matter most is that you are trying something that's important to you. Do you have a story you would like to write? Make your dreams come true. Everyone has dreams. Perhaps you want to visit Antarctica or run in a marathon. Maybe you want to become a pilot or study dinosaur fossils. Jesse Martin is someone who had a big dream. When Jesse was 13 years old, he read a book about the adventures of a man who sailed a raft around the world. Jesse was inspired. He wanted to sail around the world. There was one big problem, though. Jesse didn't know a thing about boats. Jesse decided to find out all he could about boats. For 4 years, he worked on boats, took lessons, practiced sailing safety and interviewed sailors. By the time he was 17, he was ready to make his dream come true. Jesse Martin. Jesse Martin learned how to sail so that he could sail around the world alone. Jesse sailed away from his home and headed around the world. He checked in with his family and received weather reports by email, but otherwise he was all alone. By the time he returned 11 months later, Jesse was a hero. 25,000 people came to greet him. Jesse was the youngest person ever to sail alone around the world. He had worked hard to achieve his dream, and he made it happen. At the time I was following my heart, I felt like I wanted to do it. Jesse Martin. When you're working hard to reach an important goal, remember to do it safely. You should also never attempt anything that is dangerous without discussing it with an adult first. Yet, as Jesse Martin proved, you can accomplish amazing things if you're willing to prepare and work hard. Jesse will remember his trip for the rest of his life. Your turn. If you don't have any goals in mind, now's the time to start dreaming. Talk to family members, friends, and teachers for ideas. They also might be able to help you reach your dream. Just remember, the dream is yours. Jesse was greeted by his mother as he arrived home from his trip. You can do it. Now that you've read all the reasons to try new things, it's time to begin your own adventure. You could also help others to try new activities. Offer some encouraging words. Remind your friends of all the reasons why it's good to try something new. You can even try new things together. Attempting new things can help you feel a sense of accomplishment. It's the best way to discover your hidden talents and interests. Trying new activities can help build your confidence. Having a go at something different can also help you contribute to the world while you're doing it. It's very important to pursue your dreams. Plus, doing something new can simply be fun. So, go on and try it. Is ballet something you would like to do? Face painting can be great fun with friends. Is soccer your game? Would you like to play the guitar? Making up stories can be entertaining. Glossary. Amputated. To have an arm or leg cut off, usually by surgery. Artificial. Made by people and not by nature. Contribution. Something you give or make. Cultures. The ideas, customs, skills, and arts of groups of people. Encased. Completely covered or enclosed. Inspired. Guided, influenced, or motivated. Marathon. A foot race that covers 42,195 meters. Obstacles. Things that get in the way or make something difficult to do. Paralympics. Contests for athletes with disabilities, connected with the Olympics. Philosophy. The ideas or beliefs related to an activity or field of knowledge. Cast plaster. A hard case that holds a broken body part in place while it heals. Portrait. A picture or painting of a person. Setbacks. Unexpected and often frustrating interruptions or reversals in progress. Studio. A room where an artist, a photographer, or a musician works. Volunteer. To choose or offer to do something because you want to.